We're back. Street Fighter 6.
We out here.
Mim and Anthony actually this time.
What the fuck, man? Mim and Antskii are here.
Mim and Antskii.
There we go. That's better.
Ant, have you ever played a Street Fighter game?
In an arcade.
Okay.
Actually at the theater where I whooped your ass. No, I didn't whoop your ass, but I was making moves though.
Okay. Have you So you've never played? So you never really sat down and played Street Fighter?
Sitting down?
Like
Probably
legit.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So by default, I can assume that you've actually been outside and touched grass.
Yeah, I touched a few pieces of grass, a few blades of grass in my day.
And then just by deductive reasoning, I can assume that you get no girls.
How do you
Pick a stage.
How do you deduct that from that? Pick a scene.
Pick a stage.
There's only...
So we got Genbu Temple.
Oh.
And we have training stage. Probably training room would be better.
Yeah,
so you can
that looks like
this.
this place I stayed at for a few
If you
months.
want my advice, I would play Ryu just so you can learn how to play the game. But if you play Luke, you can go ahead and play Luke. I don't know how to play Luke, so
I'm gonna play Luke. Fuck it.
go down to modern. You see where it says modern? Go left. Classic. There you go.
Classic. All right, let me look at this. Medium punch, medium kick, light kick, light punch. All right,
Pretty much
cool,
just a
heavy.
traditional way of playing Street Fighter.
All right.
Right. So go ahead and pick your color.
Not many options.
It's the most important part of well, it's a demo.
I'm gonna go with the New York Knicks colors here.
There you go.
This costume, I can't change it.
No, it's a demo.
Advantage.
Nope.
No, all right, now I'll put that. I'm assuming that gives me an advantage.
Yeah, that's what it does. So, pretty straightforward. It's a 6-button fighter. So, what that means is you have 6 buttons you play with. You have 3 punches, 3 kicks. Light, medium, and heavy for both. So your light punch is X, your medium punch is Y, your heavy punch is RB, and then your light kick is A, medium kick is B, heavy kick is RT.
Okay.
Do you know how the commands work in this game?
Not really.
So you do like down, forward. So back blocks.
Back spot. All right. So
Yeah, so you got it. You figured it out.
Second.
See? I believe in you. So the game is pretty straightforward. Look at that. Look, you're already doing better than you thought. So the general rule of the game is to not.
How do I fake? How do I block grabs?
You just grab back. So it's A and X. So you press A and X together. You see? So when I do it, you got to press it back.
All right, I got you.
So the general rule of the game is you don't want to really get caught jumping a lot because.
Damn, I
you're a
love
fucking
jumping.
asshole. Yeah, that's the problem that a lot of newcomers have in these games is they love to jump, right? So jumping is nice because you can get so much damage off it, but the problem with jumping is that you put yourself in such a disadvantage, a bad position. So you kind of want to stay grounded. You got this though.
I think so.
So press your Fears button.
Well,
Your heavy RB. Press RB and RT. Okay, now press just RT. That was my mistake. So those are your heavy buttons. Typically, they're your furthest ranging buttons.
Want to see some combos?
Yeah, you
Bro,
got it.
come on, bro. Come on.
Typically, your heavy buttons are your furthest reaching buttons. So they're great for
They're
gauging distance, stuff like that.
They're not the slowest. They're a little
They're
slower.
the slowest. They are
Okay.
slowest, but they have the best range. You see, like this is.
I see.
You see, you get like so much more mileage out of it. Like I can sit here and put you in a blocking position. You can always do if you hold down and you press like B. That's like a good poke for just about a lot of characters. I know it's great for Ryu. That's why I said if you want to play Ryu, but it's good to poke with like down and B. B in general is great for Ryu. You're playing Luke, so it doesn't really help you here, but it's a good poke tool.
How you shoot your
Fireball.
Yeah.
So you got to hold down and then roll the stick to forward and press punch. And depending on which button you see, you through sand. So if you press if you press the heavy button, you'll throw it further. See?
It's fast too.
Yeah. So if you press two punches, if you press X and RB at the same time when you do it, you'll do what's called EX. That's parry.
What is this doing? Parry?
So that's parry. So you take no damage, but you see like you immediately parry the move. But you got to be careful. You're wasting your meter up there. But we'll get into that another time.
Okay.
So that's your fireball. Down, forward, and then you do punch. If you press 2 punches, you do a what's called EX version. If you press 2 punches at the same time.
Oh, 2 punch. Okay.
When you do that down, forward.
Down, forward, and 2 punches. Okay.
Yeah. You see how it does like a powered up version. It's called EX. There you go. And then I think with Luke, if you press it again, you do it again when you EX. You got it?
Somewhat. It's gonna take some time.
Here, just kill me. So we want to go into another round. I don't know why I punched you. Instinctive. My bad. That was instinctive. I just kind of punched you right back. There you go.
Okay, not bad.
Not bad? You feel like you're learning?
Maybe.
The key point of the game is to control the spacing, right? you want to put yourself in a position where you have better buttons, better reach, better everything, right? So like, there are characters in the game that are gonna have. These are both very neutral characters. Some characters are gonna be more grappler focused. Some characters are gonna be further range. Some characters are gonna be more in your face. The main concept of the game is you want to play it at your character's strength. So, like Ryu, this is the best positioning probably for Ryu and or Luke. So, you see here is
you're quick with the down.
Right, and to guard low, you have to hold down back corner.
Yeah.
So that's how you guard your low attacks. But then, so like I said, the whole point of the game is to control the space, be in a more advantageous position at all times than your opponent. So here, right, like Ryu thrives in that positioning a little better because that's the space he wants to control. He can play from a far range, but it's not as effective as certain other characters in the game that you'll see when the game comes out. Mm-hmm. But Luke is more of a in-your-face kind of character, right? You have that running attack where you front flip, which is kind of punishable. You have the sandblast. You also have a lot of tools to get in, and again, the struggle is that I don't know what Luke does, so I can't tell you. But we're not gonna press start. We don't need to start.
I figured out, yeah.
You see, the main, like I said, the main thing that new players struggle with when playing these games are they like to jump a lot. So if you can keep that in check, you'll be a step ahead of everybody else. So just, play it how you feel is right. Certain characters have more advantageous buttons, things like that. There's also a lot of mechanics in this game that we're not going to go over right now because, you're going to just gonna get overwhelmed. But you just got to play to your own character strength. That's why I was saying if you want to play Ryu, it might be a little easier so I can tell you what to do.
Alright, let's get it.
You see, that's a great button that you have. That's your medium kick, the B button. You see, that move, you got to be careful. That's very punishable. When you do it and I block it, you're in such a bad position that you're going to get punished for it. You're going to get a full combo.
Punish me.
There it is. So you use your sandblast, and that'll, X is the short range, Y is the mid range, and then RB is the far range, but so on and so forth. It's slower, and certain ones are faster. Do you feel like you're learning anything?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah?
I just gotta get the hang of it all.
I know you feel you do bad with time, but you're gonna lose.
No, I'm not worried about the time.
You should have worried about the time.
Yeah, well, I do there, man. You're out here blocking everything like Muhammad Ali, man.
Well, that's what I was saying. So there's buttons that attack low,
Okay.
and there's buttons that attack high.
I thought I went. Let me see.
So if you hold back, you'll block. So if you we'll go back to the corner.
Yeah. Put me in the corner.
And here's what you'll block that by default, right?
Yeah.
Always by default. Now, if you just stand block and I do a low attack, you see how you don't block? So you have to block low. Okay. But if you're doing that and I do what's called an overhead, you'll get hit high. So there's different forms of attacks.
Okay.
I think your overhead might be forward and the Y button. Yeah, so that's overhead. And
then that's what I could have done in that corner.
Yeah. And then also by default, all jumping attacks they hit high. So you have to guard them high.
Okay.
So you just got to focus on guarding. That's, a big thing.
Yeah.
And again, each character plays differently. Luke, this character specifically, is more in your face, so you're gonna want to rush in, get more. I don't know. I'm not sure what that command is. We can check. Let's find out.
Down back punch.
Oh, so it might be down back punch. So I think you can charge that. So if you hold it,
yeah, that's what I was just.
Yeah, it'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, it'll knock me up, and then you could do something after that.
Okay, like set you up.
Yeah. So you can do a lot off that. There's a lot of... Oh, fuck, that hit high, I forgot.
Way to flex.
Yeah.
So I gotta work on getting the grabbing. I'm gonna block the grabbing. I was trying to parry you there.
I'm gonna go ahead and just parry you. There you go. There's a lot of mechanics in this game. The parry button is your medium punch and medium kick if you press and hold it. But again, that's like a little bit much. I think you're better off just learning the bare bones basics of the game. So what you're going to want to practice on is controlling spacing, what's called poking, which is when you press the button at like max range to kind of hit me, and things like that, right? So you want to gauge like your range. That's why the training stage is so good. training stage is so good because you see how it's like a grid. You can see exactly how far your attacks will hit from. So like I know like
Yeah, I didn't realize
one
that.
square away I won't reach, so I got to be within 1 square.
Ah.
And a lot of your attacks will move you forward too. It's very important because a majority of the game is getting backing your opponent down to the corner, right? Because in the corner it's a bad spot to be. You have very limited options. You have very limited things you can do. You kind of just have to take an onslaught of assault. That was a good parry. I wouldn't focus too much on parrying, but that's just me. I want you to just learn the basics of the game. There you go. So, I'm sure you can tell, your X and your A are your fastest buttons. They come out the quickest, as you can see. If you just press, that's your super. If you just press X, just press X, and A, that's going to be your quickest buttons. You see? They come out way quicker.
Quickest and the shortest.
Quickest and shortest.
Got it.
Yes, Luke's jab does move him a little bit forward like a step, but jabs are what you're going to want to use to gauge distancing. You can, like you said,
like a real fight.
With Luke, you can like, yeah, exactly. Kind of like a boxing match. What do you use for jab for? You're just going to press
Gauge
A.
distance. All right.
Gauge the opponent, the distance. Also, the good thing about jabs, go ahead and press A. If you go ahead and walk forward and jab me, you see, I can't really do much after I block it, right? Like I can't press a button back because technically you're in an advantageous position. Whereas if you press RB and I'm blocking, you see you're more punishable. You're more susceptible to getting a hit off.
Yeah, it's kind of like real in that aspect. Though.
Right. So, right. You see, it comes out way quicker, but it comes out much quicker, but it's not going to lead you to a lot of damage. You want to pretty much, yeah, there you go. Just you kind of want to mix up your opponent. You never want to play too straightforward every time. You want to mix up your highs, you want to mix up your lows, you want to mix up grabs. Let's go parry.
It's pretty fun.
You having fun?
It's pretty fun.
There you go. That's all that matters. That's all. That's all.
All right, give me one round where I try to put it together.
Yeah, sure. Go
and
for it.
you go off on me. Like, go do your worst. Not a good start.
I really didn't think you were gonna hit by that jump in. To be honest with you. That's a good anti-air, see?
Oh, I thought I was blocking that.
So that's what's called a perfect parry. I didn't think we were gonna have to go over that because I really didn't think it was gonna happen. What a perfect parry is when you do the parry, in the exact moment that you get hit, you get what's called a perfect parry. That'll freeze the screen like that and put you at pretty much in a position where you can immediately press a button and get into a full combo.
Nice. Okay.
So it's pretty much you're predicting that your opponent's gonna do something, and
I saw the difference in the animation there.
It
and
freezes
I
the screen.
Okay, that's nice.
See, that's a regular parry. So I can't really do much off it, but yeah, it's good for like, you know. I'm not, yeah. What happened? I don't know, he's just.
I thought I'd throw you off there. Yeah, that punished me. Oh, what a combo.
I dropped the fucking EX Tatsu into game.
Yeah, that's one thing I definitely have to. It's gonna kill me is the grabs and.
So that's funny you say that because
Smelling them out, you know what I mean?
The main thing of like, you know, Street Fighter V, a big thing was what's called tech throws, not tech throws. I'm sorry, tick throws, which is tick throw. So you know how I told you about jabbing and you're in a safe position. If you jab and I block, you are in a position where you can do so much. You can continue to pressure with jab.
I jab
and I block.
You block. I'm in a position. Okay.
Because you can press more buttons because you recover fast enough.
Okay.
So the problem with that becomes that you gotta get ready for a grab, continuous pressure, no pressure. There's so many options that your opponent can do. So
Interesting.
throwing, the throws in the game are very important. You have to learn how to tech on command and not just try to read it.
Okay, I see what you mean.
We gotta go back to menu, so we'll be right back.